I think there is we've got the perfect combination of disaster here, really, because you've got, firstly, there is a building boom, right? There's a huge demand, and the housing market is going crazy. We're expanding population growth, so a lot of homes need to be built. And there is, as it stands, we are really lacking the amount of labour there and builders to keep up with this. So if supply and demand is off balance, that is never really a good starting point for change, right? Change generally happens if something big happens. There's a crisis and people are forced to rethink and restructure and reinvent themselves. Now, that we don't really have that urgency here because everyone is kind of working, everyone is making money, it's going well. So why change? Why would you rock the boat now? That's dangerously ignorant, but that unfortunately is the reality to some extent. Not for everyone, of course, but for the mass market, I think that is an issue. Secondly, we've got a lack of awareness. People just accept the current standard because, well, that is what it is. You know what I mean? Those people are not really aware that there is an alternative. So if you tell them, hang on, well, we can build this better and we actually seal this well and have a heat recovery, ventilation and constant fresh air, they're going like, yeah, of course I'd like that. You know, I mean, this is offline. I guess we spoke about the car example. You know, if you're saying, look, would you like a car with a seatbelt? You know, you might not die if you put the seatbelt on. They're going like, yeah, brilliant. Of course, that's a good. It seems like a reasonable thing to suggest, I guess, to have something that doesn't do any harm to you. So there's a lack of awareness, which is now massively growing, and like I was saying before, the demand is really massively increasing. Internet helps, you know, social media helps. A lot of the awareness now spreads a lot quicker than it used to because of the internet. People can do a lot more reading. Then we obviously got proof in the weather conditions constantly changing. So people going like, something is happening here, but whether you believe in climate change or not, people realize we're heading into a direction that is really not sustainable. And that all of this supports an increase in general knowledge. Then I'm nearly done here. A few more points. I think the building code is not catching up quick enough, and that's just simply it's not as easy as, I don't want to be one of these people that just blames the code and saying, well, just change the code and everything will be okay. You can't just simply overnight change the code, because you need to give allow the industry to grow with that change and you know and actually change. So because every business needs to change, every subcontractor needs to change. That doesn't happen overnight. We're trying to change an entire country here, and that's not as simple as blaming the code. The code, however, I think could do better. We could enforce more change, or at least create a bit of a forecast and saying, look, this is what we're going to do with, you know, to achieve a certain outcome, and people and businesses and builders will adapt to this. They will. They always have. We have seen this across other industries. That is what it is. As soon as government steps in and sets certain targets and certain rules, business responds to us. You know, then whether you get incentives to build well, and the other one is heavier tax, or whichever way this might go, there's options there. But I think we could do more. But I also understand that it's not easy to just overnight change everything. So, for example, everyone will go, well, passive house or high performance should be mainstream. You know, it should be, everyone should be doing this. Well, yeah, that sounds like a really great, ambitious goal. But first question that pops to my head, who's going to do all the blower door testing? You know, the airtight testing on all the homes. We simply haven't got enough people doing this sort of blower door test if the code would change tomorrow. So it's not realistic to ask for an overnight change. But having said that, we obviously need to start somewhere, and the code has started somewhere. We you know, has introduced a blower door testing as an alternative to prove air tightness, and I think there's now 10 air exchanges minimum in there. So we're getting there. We are getting there.
Question is, Berker, is transition towards a better house.
That's the one.
It's slow.